Good evening for WRCO News. I'm Joanne Krulotz. Some spots here in southwestern Wisconsin got more than 4 inches of rain over the weekend. According to some totals, overnight Saturday into Sunday, Sun Prairie got the second highest rainfall in the state at 4.3 inches. Maple Bluff got 4.1 and Cross Plains got 3.8. Here at the WRCO studios, we only received 21 hundredths. A Dane County man died in an accident while riding an electric skateboard. 22-year-old Melvin Hubbard was in Baraboo a couple weeks ago trying out an electric longboard. Baraboo police say he was going 20 to 25 miles per hour when he lost control and his head hit the concrete. In the hospital, doctors found he had no brain activity and he died a few days later. Now his family wants to raise awareness that skateboards can be dangerous. His mother said she had no idea skateboards could go that fast. The University of Wisconsin-Superior is nearly ready to unveil their floating classroom and research vessel. According to school officials, the project has been in the works for over a year and is now in its final stages before opening its doors for student use. The vessel will be called the Sadie and it will support programs for researchers, university students, and even K-12 students. The floating classroom is currently being built in Louisiana, but will sail up to Lake Superior once it meets Coast Guard requirements. Average gas prices rose last week in Wisconsin for the first time in weeks. Gasoline prices have risen 6.5 cents, with an average across the state of $3.03 per gallon. This is still 21.3 cents lower than a month ago and over 54 cents per gallon lower than this time last year. Officials at Gas Buddy say these increases should be temporary, with declines returning in the days and weeks ahead. An Ithaca FFA member has won a state proficiency to earn gold at nationals. The 2024 Swine Production Entrepreneurship Proficiency winner is Talina Sprecher of the Ithaca FFA. This proficiency is sponsored by the Wisconsin Pork Association. When Talina joined FFA in 2019, she developed a passion for making an impact on the show pig industry. Talina's thirst for advancement and information led her to travel the nation and meet industry leaders at national conferences and shows. From her conversations, Talina was able to implement strong practices on her farm in animal health, nutrition, and breeding. Due to all of her efforts, Talina has been able to develop a herd of premium Poland China hogs. She even won Champion Poland and 4th overall barrow in 2023 at the Wisconsin State Fair. Now Talina hosts show clinics across Wisconsin to help youth find the same success she did. Talina's advisor is Melissa Sprecher. She recently found out that she received a gold rating at nationals as well. Riverdale FFA's Wyatt Storms placed second in swine production entrepreneurship, and Ithaca's Annabeth Sprecher was third at state in swine production placement. Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin believes everyone deserves access to enough nutritious food to thrive. September is Hunger Action Month. Second Harvest covers 16 counties, including Richland. Michelle Orgay serves as president and executive director of the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin.
We work hard to make sure that every one of our 16 counties is getting the support it needs. And, I think sometimes folks think of us as being the food bank in Madison, but that's just where our headquarters are, and that's it's a bit of a hub, but we have our trucks on the road throughout the week going out to all of our 16 counties, and we have folks who are who live and work in the communities and in Richland Center who are staff members of Second Harvest who support that community as well. It's a big part of our work.
Orgay says that during the pandemic there was a lot of visibility of food insecurity. However, it has increased beyond the pandemic.
In Richland County, there has been a 44% increase in food that we've distributed over 2022. We've seen this all across our service area, that need has increased. We have partners throughout our service area who are seeing record numbers each month, and it doesn't seem to be going down at all. Some folks are seeing increases in the number of folks they're supporting each month. Some are seeing folks who are coming more frequently. There are folks whose wages just aren't keeping up with the costs that they're seeing. And these are hardworking folks who just need a little bit of extra help. Sometimes they need it every now and again, and sometimes they need it frequently because they just aren't able to make ends meet. The costs are just too high for them to be able to also afford nutritious food.
The increase in the cost of all necessities has led to the increase of those suffering from food insecurity. Orgay was asked how they define food insecurity.
Hunger is a physical sensation of not having food, but food insecurity is more of a not always knowing where your next meal is coming from.
Michelle Orgay says that Second Harvest also focuses on nutrition security.
Nutrition security is having the security of knowing that you're going to be able to have the types of food, the nutritious foods, the culturally responsive foods, the foods that are the ones that your family recognizes and are right for your family. Or if you have, medical conditions, there's a lot of different things that go into that. But yes, having some confidence in knowing that you're going to be able to feed your family.
Second Harvest supported families in Richland County in 2023 with 285,048 pounds of food.
In our 16 counties, we're supporting 1,300 households per month. It's a lot of folks, and we're not really even getting everyone that is in need. We have, there's a lot more folks that we could be supporting, but, resources are always tight and capacity is an issue, and it can be tough to get all that food out there to folks.
Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Wisconsin believes that those who request food support need it.
If folks have the money to go to a grocery store, they're going to go to a grocery store. Our partners are really, really welcoming. They're really friendly, and they do a really great job. But they have limited hours, limited amounts of food, and they don't always have the types and exact, quantities and types of food that folks are looking for. They have a lot of great fresh foods and dairy, meat, all sorts of things that folks will be looking for. But there's, when folks go there, they have to go at a certain time, they have to go at a certain day, and so it really isn't, folks don't take advantage of pantries. It's a lot of work just to go and to try to take advantage of a pantry for not needing it.
Second Harvest partners with 4 programs throughout Richland County. Orgay says each partner in the 16 counties run independently as far as requirements or rules for those seeking food.
Some partners require living in a certain geographic area or a school district. Some limit the amount of times you can visit to once a month or once a week, or there might be limits on the amount of food you can receive during that visit because, and most of these are based on just the amounts of food that are available because of the, limited supply.
The partners in Richland County include the Lone Rock Community, Richland Community, and Viola Kickapoo area food pantries, and the Mobile Food Pantry. The Richland Community Food Pantry, located at 345 Cairns Avenue in Richland Center, is open each Wednesday from 4 to 5:30. The Mobile Food Pantry can be found in Richland Center on the third Thursday of each month at New Hope Church on Fellowship Lane. Vernon County Sheriff Roy Torgeson reports that Saturday afternoon at approximately 2, a sheriff's deputy stopped a vehicle on Sugar Grove Road just south of U.S. Highway 14 in the town of Kickapoo, east of Reedstown. As a result of the stop, Christopher Robert Swadley, 45 of Soldiers Grove, was arrested. Swadley was taken into custody pursuant to an arrest warrant for failure to appear, an apprehension request for the Wisconsin Department of Corrections, possession of methamphetamine, and operating after revocation. The arrest warrant stems from a December 2022 court filing of possession of a controlled substance, resisting or obstructing an officer, and possession of drug paraphernalia, all as a repeat offender. Swadley failed to appear in court in April 2024, and a warrant was authorized. The apprehension request was issued because Swadley absconded from active community supervision. Formal charges are being sought through the Vernon County District Attorney's Office. The investigation continues. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, call Crime Stoppers at 608-637-TIPS. That's 637-8477, or submit an online tip at p3tips.com. The Ithaca School District is seeking to exceed the revenue limit by $1.3 million per year for 4 years for non-recurring purposes. Voters in the district will be seeing a referendum question on the ballot in November to authorize the request. So residents can understand the question and why the district is seeking to exceed the revenue limit, informational sessions are being held. The next informational session will be held tonight at 7 at Ithaca Schools. Two additional sessions remain. They are scheduled for Wednesday, October 2nd at 5:45 at the Ithaca Community Gym and Sunday morning, October 6th at 11:30 at the Willow Valley Church Hall.